Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Week 3 of Hoops Friday Night. I'm Tony Quach, alongside Justin Dirks. We have 11 games on our slate tonight.
That's right, Tony. And we're paced to see a couple of them, starting things off with some action. The Three Rivers Athletic Conference.
The Lima Senior Spartans are coming off a 70-39 season opening victory against Mansfield Senior. Tonight, they open up league play on the road against Toledo Whitmer. This is the Spartans' final run in the Athletic Conference. The defending track champions begin their 2022-2023 campaign against last year's league runner-up in the Whitmer Panthers. Here's Anthony Mosley grabbing the offensive rebound and putting it in for two. Lima Senior still trailing. Moments later, it's Mosley again. This time he fights through two defenders and manages to score. The Spartans continue to chip away. Now it's Isaiah Wilson with the rock. He gets the basket and the Band-Aid, but Senior High drops this game 83-65.
Another track team took to the hardwood tonight, coming off their Tuesday night win over Toledo Scott. The Findlay Trojans are also in Toledo as they battle the St. John's Titans. Trojans down big early, but they fight their way back into it. Jake Bishop working hard on the block. He gets into the paint. The tough bucket falls here. Findlay back in it. Now the Trojans still on the comeback. Bishop goes to work, backs his way into the paint, takes a little contact, but he finishes strong for the 2 points here. Findlay continues to chip away at that scoreboard. Then more from the Trojans and Bishop. The spin move in the paint. Tough shot won't fall, but Bishop tries again and succeeds. He puts it back up and in as the Trojans win this one, 47-41. To the bathtub we go. The Wild Kittens took care of the Indians last night in Shawnee to remain undefeated on the girls' side. And tonight the gym was full of pink to support the Amanda's Army cause. Picking it up in the second half, and Shawnee was dominant to say the least, as the pass inside to Austin Miller results in an easy bucket for the Indians. Road team up 35-16. On the other end, Bath doing their best to fight back. Stray Crawford drives to the lane and kicks it out to Cole Craddock in the corner for the three. 1935 lead cut to 16. But Shawnee didn't let up off the gas as Toby Freiberger gets the beautiful bounce pass to Beckett Burke, who finishes with the foul. Indians up 20 now. Then Dominic Lynch's three attempt is no good, but Austin Miller is there for the easy putback. Indians go up 42-20. Then Bath looking for hope as Craddock drains another three attempt in the corner. It's 23-44. And you think this is a Bath highlight? Think again as Freiberger gets the board off the miss, and he sends this ball flying down the court to Will McBride, who finishes with ease as Shawnee rolls their way to their first win of the season, 65-45.
We stick with more WBL action as the winnerless Salina Bulldogs head to Van Wert for the Cougars in the first game of the season at the Cougars' Den. Who gets their first win tonight? Well, the Cougars start early as Aiden Pratt gets the easy lay-in for the first points of the game. Then Van Wert battling under the basket as Luke Wessel muscles his way for the score and the foul. That puts the Cougars up 5-0. Now Wessel gets the block on the other end, and the Cougars are heading the other way. Carson Smith with a sweet bounce pass over to Nate Phillips, and he finishes at the rim for the score. Salina calls a timeout after the Cougars go on a 7-0 run. Now look at the good ball movement from the Cougars as Pratt takes it and puts it under for a double team to get the basket. 9-0 home team. Salina finally clicks on offense as they get to running for the jumper. That's 2 more points. That puts the Bulldogs on the score for the first time tonight. But Van Wert came to win as Smith dishes it to a wide-open Clayton Profit in the corner for 3 to beat the buzzer and to beat the Bulldogs 51-29. To the Elida Fieldhouse where the Cannon Wildcats and the Elida Bulldogs are trying to get over the 500 mark. The Dogs are trying to avenge a 60-52 loss against the Cats in their last meeting with each other. We pick things up in the third. Ethan Yoder finds Tyson Lawrence, and he hits the 3 ball to give his team a 25-15 lead. Then it's Gavin Payne, who fakes his defender, and he lays it up and in for 2. Cannon leads 30-18. On the other end, Amari Wash feeds Dory Island, and the sophomore's triple try is true. Elida pulls within 9. Later, Island finds Tanner Roberts, and he knocks down a 3 ball of his own. The Bulldogs pull within 6. Now Island with the pass over to Seth Sharp, and the junior makes quick work of this jumper. Elida now down by 4, and they continue to close the gap. Wash to David Etzkorn, and he finds the ball on the net with this 3 ball. The Bulldogs are now down by 1. The home team is now up by 1. Wash with a bounce pass over to Torrey Thomas, and Thomas gives the Bulldogs a 3-point lead. And they're not done yet. Thomas grabs the loose ball, drops it in for 2, and Lido wins 41-35. To the Supreme Court, the defending WBL champions, the Ottawa Glandorf Titans, welcome in the Wapakoneta Redskins. The Redskins are trying to even up their record with their second win of the season. We start in the third, Titans with a 15-point lead, Theo Mag with the offensive board and the basket. OG extends their lead. It's now 31-14. Wapak responds right back, however, as Jackson Quarter kicks it out to Zach Niekamp. He lets it fly. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. Titans still lead by 14, though. Following possession for the Titans, it's Mag backing into his defender. He gets the basket, making it 33-17. Next possession for the Titans, it's Caden Erfer with a bullet pass to White, and it's almost picked off, but White goes to work. His first attempt doesn't fall, but he will not be denied again. As he gets the basket, the Titans take this game 56-28. Just one more score in the WBL. Defiance wins on the road against the St. Mary's Rough Riders 67-61. We're going to take our first break on Hoops Friday night. When we come back, we have a marquee showdown featuring last season's top NWC teams. Stick around for more. Welcome back. Last season, the Crestview Knights took home a share of the NWC crown, while the Spencerville Bearcats finished the game out first. Well, tonight, both programs opened up league play against each other and put their 3-game winning streak on the line, and that's why this game is our Hoops Friday night spotlight game.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
The last time both teams met was a year ago when the Knights edge out the Bearcats in a 46-44 victory. Spencerville trying to snap a 5-game skid against these Knights. Opening quarter, Mitch Temple dishes it out to Gavin Etzler, and the senior buries the triple try. Knights tie the game up at 7. Then Etzler feeds Nick Licko, and he buries the 3-ball of his own. The Knights now lead 10-9. Now it's Mitch Temple grabbing the loose rock. He tiptoes along the sideline to stay in bounds and decides this is a good spot for a 3. Temple hits nothing but net, and Crestview leads 13-11. But here comes Spencerville. Josh Henline muscles his way to the basket for 2. The Bearcats tie up the game at 13. Moving on to the second quarter, Temple bounces it over to Ren Sheets, and he lays it in for 2. The road team's now back up by 2. Later, it's Dylan Smith who bounces it to Carter Orr, and Orr hits the floater. The home team still down by 2. Spencerville keeps the momentum going. Smith with a no-look pass to Orr, and a sophomore cans this tray. Spencerville up 18-17. Moments later, Blake Summers comes up with the loose ball, and he banks it off the glass. Bearcats up 20-18. Then the ball comes loose. Henline gets it, fires it over to Smith, and Smith will take it to the basket, count it, and 1. Spencerville now leads 24-20. The Knights have a response, however. Temple to Etzler, and he puts 3 on the board. Crestview pulls within 1. Moments later, it's Smith who finds Henline. He pulls up and hits the J. Spencerville goes on to win this game, 58-56.
Now to the Pirate ship we go. Lady Cats got the better of the Pirates last night in Delphus on the girls' side, and Bluffton could get their first win tonight and avenge the girls. But they have a challenge taking on the 2-1 Jefferson Wildcats. And they got off to a great start as Kaden Laura knocks down the jumper for 3. Bluffton goes up 7-4. Then Laura dishes it to the man of the night, Wade Ginther, for the shot from downtown. Pirates take an 11-6 lead, but Jefferson fighting their way back as Trent Tiemann drives to the lane from the top of the key, and he lays it in for the score. He finished with 17 points on the night. Then off the inbound, Andrew Miller says, why not? He drains the 3. That closes the gap to 2, 13-11 game. Now off the inbound again. Look at the drive for the scoop and score by Cody Bailey. We are all tied up at 13 apiece. And Caden Carter changes that as he drains the 3 for the Wildcats to take the lead 16-13. But in the end, the Pirates do too much as Wade Ginther makes another 3 for the Pirates. He had 19 points on the night as Bluffton comes out victorious in the first conference game of the year for their first win on the year, 49-42. We head over to the action at the barn for more NWC play. Lipstick looking to remain undefeated, playing a Lincoln View team looking for their first win on the season. Picking it up in the second quarter as Cal Evans gets the ball and drains the 3 attempt. That ties things up at 16 apiece. On the other end, Lipstick keeping it close as Trent Siefker fires back with a 3 of his own. Vikings take the lead 19-16. And Lipstick at it again as Hayden Heigl misses the floater, but Paul Mag is there for the putback. Road team up 21-16. Lipstick again with the ball here, and Mag fighting under the basket, but comes out with the layup for the score once more. Now look at the sweet pass inside from Quinn Schroeder to Ty Lammers. He gets the bucket. Road team goes up 30-18. Now Vikings up 10 with under a minute and a half, and they add more as Heigl stops and pulls up the fadeaway. Vikings roll on the road 67-46. Two more NWC teams were in action tonight. After a state semifinal finish for Columbus Grove, the Dogs hit the court for their season opener. They edge out Ada in a battle for the Bulldogs 53-52. And now we're set for our second and final break on your News Now Sports. When we come back, we have highlights from a pair of games from the Mighty Mac. Stay tuned for more.
Cavs are still seeking their first win of the season, while the Redskins are gunning for back-to-back win to open up conference play. In the opening quarter, St. Henry down by 2. Evan Bauer missiles his way to the hoop for 2. The game is now tied up at 2. On the other end, Evan Harlemer detects a gap in the defense, and he goes right through it for the layup. Coldwater ties the game up at 4s. Now it's Mason Welsh who twirls around and fires it over to Brady Layfield. He tacks on 2 more for the Cavs as they lead 6-4. Now it's Caden Bergman who comes up with the steal. He comes down the other end of the court and banks it off the glass for 2. St. Henry now leads by 2. But Coldwater continues to fight. Layfield gets the pass and gets another layup. The Cavs win their first game, 41-40.
Our other MAC games go as follows. St. John's wins on the road against New Knoxville 64-48, and Fort Recovery also picked up a road dub in a 50-43 victory against Parkway. We have a PCL clash in Fort Jennings. The Musketeers take on the defending PCL champions, the Ottoville Big Green. Ottoville seeking their 4th straight win to open up this season. 30 seconds into the game, it's still scoreless, but the Big Green strike first as Michael Turnwall gets it to a flying Kellen Schlagbomb for the basket. It's 2-0. And Fort Jennings strikes back as Bard Menke bounces the ball behind a defender, and it's Ethan Kirster who corrals it, and he gets the shot to fall. It's tied at 2 apiece. Later in the first quarter, Chase Nieder, who finds Kirster inside the paint, he banks it in. It's all tied up at 4. But an immediate response by Ottoville comes as Turnwell takes the ball, drives inside, and rolls it off the glass. He gives the Big Green the 6-4 lead. Moments later, it's tied at 6 apiece, but it's the Big Green once again taking the lead back as Grant Lice drives inside. He gets the kiss off the glass. Ottoville goes on to win 64-39.
That's how we wrap up our 3rd week of Hoops Friday night. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to everyone who helps put the show on the air. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.